Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. This is the first episode of the second season of my Mostly Vanilla series. So for those of you who don't know what this series is about, pretty much I play Mostly Vanilla Minecraft, while in each episode of the series I change one or multiple textures depending on what I feel like, and the goal is to eventually finish making an entire texture pack that I can potentially pass on to you guys over on something like CurseForge. Potentially. Although I have tried doing that before and it was a pain to figure out, and that was a long time ago, so it's going to be even more so of a pain to do it again. Anyway, welcome back to this series. And yes, I have already played a bit. I've gathered some resources, and it's because I was testing a few things out, recording settings, yada yada yada. I was essentially trying to increase the amount of pixel quality you all can watch this video at, specifically 720 pixels. Unfortunately, it was causing some severe lag with the playback, even though my game at times was running pretty smoothly, although there were a lot of frame dips that made the gameplay pretty choppy, so it's unfortunate, but it seems like I will have to get a better PC before I can offer you better quality videos. So, anyway, I have changed some textures in this first episode as well, as I think you may have saw with the birch trees surrounding me, unless I didn't breeze my camera over the birch trees. That is totally possible, as I was focused saying my intro for this new video that I'm going to have to release pretty soon, because my uploading schedule is completely screwed up at the moment, and I don't know if you could tell by my voice or not, but I'm pretty tired because in the past couple days I had to record quite a bit because I have multiple channels, and the reason for that is because I'm testing some things, see what works and see what doesn't. And so both my videos have a different, I would say theme, but that's wrong because they're both Minecraft channels. They have a different guidebook, I don't know. A different standard, like when it comes to editing. My second channel, that I'm not going to tell you the name of because I would find it much more interesting if one of you managed to find it on your own. Of course, if you ever find a channel that you think might be my second one, feel free to tag me in that channel's comment section and ask, and I quote, "Is this you?" Well, no, maybe don't ask that because you could weird some people out doing that. You can ask, "Is this it?" and then tag me. That would confuse somebody if the channel doesn't turn out to be mine, but it wouldn't give them any weird vibes. So, anyway, as I said, feel free to try and, try and get me to see the other channel, and if you ask, I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore. My point is, if you can somehow find my channel, tag me in it in some way without being creepy or weird in the view of another person who may potentially see that under a channel that's not mine, then feel free to do so. And if you get it right, guess it right, I will respond to you. But only then will I respond to you. It's becoming night pretty quick. By the way, I have already recorded this episode once for over an hour, and the footage was so bad there's no way I could upload it, and so that was a lot of my time and life wasted because I had to scrap it and the world. So now I think this is the third world I've created for this video. You know, trying to mess with settings or whatnot, and it's the third world. And I'm tired. So I think in this episode, all I'm going to do this time around is find a place to build my house, and then maybe I'll build a little hut there or something, and then call the video quits until the next one where I will actually build a house. Hello there, zombies. Get out of here, man. Sheep, give me your wool. Okay, bye zombies. You can stay there because I'm gonna run over here and dig a hole, make myself a bed. Ooh. And there we go. Safe. Dig a bit further down, and then I'm gonna clear this area out a bit. I had a bed, but I decided to not use it so I could gather some necessary resources like cobblestone, but now it's back on my journey. Oh, Monster Hunter and new recipes. I forgot you can craft bundles, which are simply a piece of leather and a piece of string. You know, I cut down a dark oak tree, but where are the saplings for it? Ow. And why do spiders attack me? Like it's day. They shouldn't be doing that, right? Am I crazy? Oh, whatever. So, mostly vanilla. I do have some mods in here. There's performance mods because I'm using the mod pack Fabulously Optimize as a base, but I generally don't consider performance enhancers as a mod, as mods. I see them as, I don't know, tweaks, I guess. Modifications, even though that's what mod is short for. I don't know, they don't change any game mechanics, right? And they don't add anything new, like new armors or tools. So I don't consider them mods. I consider them more like add-ons. As for the mods that I have in here, I have double doors. I think that's what one of them is called. I have mouse tweaks, free cam, and I think that's it, really. Nothing that changes the base game too much. In my last season, I had Tree Cutter. I think that's what the name of the mod was. And I'm debating whether or not to add it into this season as well, because, like, I love the tree cutting mod. It makes, you know, tree cutting so much more bearable. But I can understand if some people see it as sort of cheaty, sort of like ore excavation. That's copper. Is there any iron down there? If there's not any iron down there, then it's not worth the risk of jumping down. I see copper, more copper. I see coal. Oh, yeah, there's iron, except it's not in the ravine. It's on the side of the ravine. Right there. So, I won't be jumping down then. I'll simply go to the other side of the ravine and mine down to that specific level. Here I come, because I need iron, I need a shield, and I need armor. I can make copper armor, but I don't think copper, even though I can make armor with it, armor and tools, I don't think copper is worth the risk of going all the way down into the ravine. So, time to move on. There's dark oak wood, birch. This is one of the new textures I added. Birch wood or logs. And they resemble birch trees better than Mojang's version. Mojang's version of the birch tree resembled quakey trees more. And I believe there is a difference between birch trees and quakey trees, even though they look very, very similar. Anywho, birch, dark oak, are these the only two wood types I'm seeing? I think they are. I think they're going to be the only wood types I see for a while. Time to go and do a bit of adventuring though. Hey, looky what I see over there. Those are Pell oak trees. That's a Pell garden. Now, since that is a Pell garden, I would build a base relative to it or in it because I love the Pell garden. However, I currently have an ongoing hardcore series where I'm doing that. And so it wouldn't do to repeat the same thing in a second series. So I will simply collect some of the saplings and then move on from the Pell garden. Because I don't want to be too repetitive. Because I already have that problem. Alright, I think I found where I'm going to put my home. And it's going to be here. Specifically in that massive cave. I want to build a house in this cave because there's a lush cave biome right there. There's tons of ore all over the place, and that's the biggest deciding factor, but there's a second lush cave on this side as well. Honestly, I really like this generation. So, I will build my house here. Look at that. There's lapis, copper, iron. What else? More iron, more copper. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to build my house in this cave. Now, it's going to be a bit problematic getting up and down this place because of how deep this goes. I mean, it doesn't really go that deep, but look. A lot of this is floating. And there's a skeleton right there. So anyway, since it's becoming night, I'm going to carve a hole in the wall. Or better, yeah, I could simply set up a base camp over in this part of the cave. And turn it to day real quick. As well as set my respawn point. And day. So, I got my furnace. And I got my crafting table. This is where I'm going to build my house in this cave. But, since I'm here, I might as well go around and collect. And that zombie's gonna die. You made a mistake coming down here, bruh. And you're dead. So, I'm gonna collect some of the ores scattered about so I can make myself armor and tools. Bro. No. Ow. Okay. Where was that skeleton? Down there? Dang it. Yeah, blow up there. Thank you. And... Ow. That zombie and skeleton were fighting down there. Skeleton won, clearly. So, I get to take on the victor and... Ow. Kill you. Oh, that was a close one. He almost got me. This really is a monster's haven. Which sucks for me. Because I don't have any gear yet. But ore. There's ore everywhere. And I will gladly die a couple times if it means I could get iron gear. Oh, iron. Come to me, iron. I'm gonna make you mine. Stupid skeletons are gatekeeping my items. Oh, collect as much as I can. One of those skeletons has a power bow. Ow, oh, ow. Oh, ow. Seriously? Y'all gonna chase me all the way out here? Ah. Ow. One of the many downsides, ow, of living in a cave. Ow, ow. So, how much of my stuff did I accidentally live in here? Oh good, my axe. Ooh. And finesse them. Now, use my axe. Ow. To collect all of this stuff. Ow. Oh, this is so frustrating. Die already. Oh my god. Ow, ow, ow. I think I made a horrible, horrible mistake. Ow. Ow, ow. Die, dude. Oh my god. Ow. Ow. Oh my god. I hope none of my important stuff like my saplings got burnt in that whole fiasco. Oh. Ah. Okay. Where are all of you even coming from? I just lit that area up. Ow. Okay. Here's my axe. Get out of here. Oh my god. Okay. So, I got most of my stuff back. I think. I don't know my pelt. Okay, I got the pale oak saplings. You may not rest now. There are monsters nearby. Dude. Ow. Gah. Holy crap. There's another one right there? Seriously? Ow. Oh my. Ooh. Relax, Foxy. Relax. Relax. It's not that big of a deal. You simply got trapped in a death loop. That probably got you like 10 deaths. Even though you're supposed to be better at this game now. Even though you made a previous over 20 episode, series, over 20 episodic series. Bro, my brain is so cooked, I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore. How many times did I die in that death loop? Because in that loop was all of the times that I perished. All of them. In this world. All of my deaths happened because of that. Let's see. Alright, let's see. I have my statistics menu open. Let's see how many times I died. It should be somewhere down here. Maybe. Fish caught, games quit once, yeah. Interactions with yada. Interactions with furnace 11. Interactions. Mob kills 30. I killed 30 mobs at this point. I already jumped 808 times. I didn't realize how many times you jumped. 8 times. I got trapped in a death loop for 8 deaths. That is insane. At least during that entire time, I had all my iron smelting because I did go around collecting it in the various places in this cave. So I do have enough iron to make myself some armor and a shield. Hopefully that depth loop is the last time I die. Hopefully. Hopefully. I can hope, I can dream, I can wish. But I don't think it's going to turn out that way in the end, which is so sad because my skills in this game are garbage. Alright, so this place is well lit. Hopefully I won't get attacked by as many mobs now. And a site. So I am going to bar off this cave. Now the only thing that could attack me from there are baby zombies, which still sucks, but is manageable. And I can finally make all my iron armor and my favorite thing in this game, a shield. But before I collect this iron, I'm gonna wait for the rest of it to smelt. Alright, it's all smelted. Finally. And that gave me like, what, 2 levels? But now I can make a full set of iron armor and even some iron tools. And do this and that. Full iron. I am so much more protected now. And then a shield. By the way, is there anybody else who uses the original crafting method? I've seen some people in the Minecraft community say most players use the recipe book, but I don't think that's true. And so I'd like to see how many of you all use the recipe book or the original crafting method, aka grid crafting. Because with the recipe book, all you have to do is search for recipes, click them, and then it's all set up for you. So tell me in the comments. Anyway, to prevent myself from taking on more damage or more deaths from mobs falling from like up there, I'm going to start building a sort of makeshift entrance, I guess? A makeshift home. So, to get started, first I need to make the doorway like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you all know how I usually build. That is, if you're a regular viewer of mine, or potentially even a subscriber, you know how I build. So there's no need for me to repeat the whole thing. I'm gonna go get some water real quick so I can have an easier time building. As I do. Get out of here, man. I really am too tired to deal with you. And there's another one. Yeah, well, forget about them. I can totally ignore them. I don't think they'll track me all the way over here. Well, that last remaining one anyway. So, anyway. The entrance. Take this up 1 more block. And then come here. 1. Are you kidding me? You gotta be kidding me. Where did the skeleton come from? Seriously. Now I hear... Where? Up there? Please go away. I don't want to deal with any more mobs. Oy vey. I'm gonna have to light that area up too. Anyway, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And now I'm gonna connect. I didn't realize how close I was still to the Pell Garden. That's a bit annoying. I tried to get farther away from that than I did. Guess I failed at that, but what's new? I fell at a lot of things in this game, such as not dying within the first episode. If you can't tell, I'm very upset about that. And I am very tired. Anywho, I think I'll put the pillar all the way back here. And break my bed. Hopefully I don't get blown up by a creeper or something while my bed's broken. Place you here and reset my spawn point, and then connect the rest of these structures. So far, this is what my temporary base looks like. Let me put that call sign there. It's, well, it's definitely starter base-esque, if I say so myself. Hold on, I need to place down my bed real quick. That would have been bad if I forgot about that. So what I want to put up there is fences, right? Crafting table. Let's make some pale oak fences. And then I put the sticks in the center here. And there we go. This is what my current base looks like. I need some torches. Luckily for me, I have the perfect amount. 4. I could put them on every corner. And then make not a bed. I don't know why I almost said bed. You know what? Simply turn all the rest of those into planks as well. And now, boom. I have a door and I have a base. Now, time to organize. Naturally, I need to move this crafting table, right? It can't be in the middle of my floor. Let's place it here, and then on top of it, a furnace. Furthermore, add some slabs, because why not? I don't know, gotta make this place look homey some way. And then add fences like that. What else? I still have slabs, so nope. I want you to go half a block lower. Place you there. Neat. Now, what else? Pale oak planks. Well, first of all, finish transitioning this wall to pale oak, because the mismatch of stone and wood is not doing it any favors. I mean, it's already pretty bad, but that's no bueno. Switch all of these out. Oh boy. And these are the last bit of the wall I need to fill out. And there we go. Now, decorative purposes. This should go like that. And let's put the torch right there. What else can I do? Slabs like that. Now it looks like I have a bedroll, which further fits into the temporary fill. And there we go. This is what my home looks like now. And so, this is where I'm going to leave off this episode. I know it's probably a short one. I haven't really checked how long it is. I would guess maybe around 30 minutes. But this is where I'm going to leave off this video, and I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope that you like and comment and possibly subscribe if my frustration is funny to you. It's so annoying. It really is annoying. And so that's all I had to say. Without further ado, goodbye, everybody.